Hi guys, thanks for joining me today. I'm super excited. I just wanted to hop on and share with a little bit with you guys about what's been going on in my life lately and some of the changes and progress that I've been making personally and professionally. And I just wanted to kind of go back a little bit in time to explain more about my journey and how this all began. So I'm actually going to go back 5 years ago and the beginning of my holistic healthcare journey. And that all started with the birth of my first daughter, Emery, who is almost 4. And so around the time that I got pregnant with her, I started caring more about what I was putting on my body and into my body. Obviously, you know, people are, especially in SoCal, people are into, what we're eating and, working out and how we're looking and how we're feeling. But something just kind of clicked in me more like when I became pregnant, because I was like, whatever is going on my body and in my body is going to affect my baby. And so then I really started to pay more attention to what that was. And so I got a little bit into essential oils and started like kind of researching holistic healthcare and holistic medicine and different things that that we can do to prevent ourselves from getting these diseases and putting ourselves in harm's way. So then fast forward 2 years later, which is 3 years ago, I was invited to a girlfriend of mine's Arbonne party. And at first I was like, I don't want to go to that. Like, this is annoying. Like, I don't have any money. I'm not going to buy anything. And, but she had gone to an oil party of mine in the past. And so I kind of felt like obligated to go. So I was like, fine, I'll go, but like, I'm not buying anything. So I go to this party, kind of had a bad attitude. And I show up there and I met this girl named Christy, and she was a regional vice president with Arbonne. And that means she drove a white Mercedes and had amazing skin and was super kind and full of joy. And I was like, something's different about this girl. I don't know. I'm skeptical. So then she shared some of the products with me. And I think there was like a fizz stick there, which was kind of like their version of like natural energy drink, but it also has like guarana and mood enhancing vitamins in it that we call it your get shit done juice. And honestly, it is that. A great coffee alternative if you're trying to kick your coffee habit. And then she also had these like protein type bars that she had made out of the Arbonne shake mix and had kind of like mixed it together with some gluten-free oats and then chilled it in a refrigerator and cut it up almost like fudge. It tasted so good. I was like, there's no way this can be good for you. So needless to say, before she even started talking, I was kind of leaning in her direction. But then when we sat down, she started talking to me more about the company and what it was, and um, that it was a botanically based health and wellness company that had been around for almost 4 decades, which is 40 years. And I was thinking, that's crazy, because I had already known from my previous journey in holistic healthcare that most multi-level marketing companies don't see their 10-year anniversary. So the fact that it had already been around for 40 years was huge to me, because that means that they were obviously doing something right, that they still continue to have customers, and that it was a business model that was continuing to grow. So I was like, okay, that's huge. So I definitely wanted to know more. So then she started talking more about the products and how they're pure and clean. They're actually vegan friendly. Both their nutrition line and their skincare line are vegan friendly, which means that they don't have or include any animal byproducts, or they don't ever test on animals. So you might be saying like, cool, Marissa, like, I'm not vegan, who cares? Honestly, you guys, rendering plants. Google it. It's disgusting. That's all I'm going to say. So even if you're not vegan and you like animals, that's fine. You're not vegan, that's fine. But most people don't know that there's a lot of animal byproducts that are already included in our skincare, our makeup, in our food, and you're putting that on your skin, and it's being absorbed through your body. And yeah, just rendering plants, not a good thing. Google it. All the products are also reef friendly, which means they don't contain any parabens or anything like that that is going to harm the reef. Which is really huge, especially for us living in SoCal. My husband's a big surfer, and he loves to go to Hawaii and Australia, and just really like cares about the aquamarine environment. The products are also all gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free, non-GMO. There's no artificial dyes, fragrances, sweeteners. Um, in fact, we surpassed the European standard, which means here in America, the FDA only bans 11 ingredients from our food, our skincare. In Europe, they actually ban 1,300, which makes them definitely cream of the crop. But Arbonne goes above and beyond that, and it actually bans 2,000 ingredients from our health care line, our nutrition, and our skincare. So I know that that's like really, really huge for me, again, being a mom, a breastfeeding mom, pregnant, nursing, that I just want to make sure that anything that's going on my body is being absorbed into my skin or going to my children, and that's really big for me. Also, having a bit of a gluten sensitivity. A lot of people don't know that if you're wearing makeup that has gluten in it, which is used as a cheap filler in a lot of makeup, that you actually might be having breakouts that are caused by the gluten in your makeup that you didn't even know was there. So that's something that I didn't know ahead of time, and so that was really huge once I got to cut that out of my medicine cabinet and replace it with healthy, pure, safe, beneficial things. I was definitely happy to see my skin clear up in that area. So I found out all this stuff, and needless to say, I was sold. I was like, all right, you're right. I need to make a change. I'm ready to move down the road in this avenue. Like, what do I need to do? So she consulted me and helped me to pick out the nutrition and skincare line that was best for me. And I actually charged it on a credit card, which I normally never do. I'm a huge Dave Ramsey fan. I buy everything cash. My husband and I own both of our cars. We don't have car payments. And so I definitely hid it from him because I didn't have the money at the time. But I knew that it was an investment that I was willing to make. And honestly, like, it's the best decision I ever made, and I'm so glad that I did. So I bought the products, and Christy was like, hey, like, why don't you join Link Arms with me? Like, let's do this together. Like, I'll help you make your money back. And I was like, you know what? Like, you're really awesome, and I'm really excited to use the products, but right now the business isn't for me. I run a successful photography business, and I really just want to put my heart and soul into that and see where that goes. And she was like, okay, girl, no worries. So fast forward 3 years, which is present time, and my photography business did continue to grow, and I'm really blessed by all the women that I was able to meet through that. And I specialize in high school senior portraits, and that has been really rewarding in some aspects because I get to see these women and shoot photography with them, and by the end of the session they're just glowing and happy, and they're like, oh my gosh, that was so awesome, thank you so much. So that can be really rewarding as well, because my heart really does lie in young women ministry, but it's not always rewarding. And with the addition of my new baby, who's almost going to be 4 months now, it's a lot. And during my maternity leave, it was fine because I got to take time off photography and just be with my girls. But as I started going back to work, I realized how my newest daughter is super high maintenance and only wants to be with her mama. She doesn't want to take a bottle. She's super clingy. I'm super stressed out. I'm like shooting, every weekend, editing throughout the week. So I'm constantly working, and I have no time for my children, no time for my husband, no time for ministry. And I just feel like I'm almost a slave, like, to my photography job, which is making me kind of resent it in a way, and like I never wanted it to be that. And so I was thinking, like, how do I make more money? Like, how do I do stuff to, like, have more time with my girls? And honestly, like, there isn't anything like besides this, because the more I shoot, the more successful my business gets, but the less time I have with my family. And like that right now in my life, like that really needs to be my priority. And so Christy had sent me a text message. She just got back from Jamaica on a free trip that she went to with Arbonne. And she was like, hey girl, like, I just had this vision of our daughters together. We're on vacation and our daughters are playing in the sand together. And I just wanted to know, like, how things are going in your life and like where you are right now. And I was like, let's meet up, because I'm ready for something new. Like, I need a lifeline. Like, somebody please help me. So we met up, and she was like, girl, I'm so glad you said yes to meeting with me. I know you've used the products for years, but I really think that this is an opportunity for you, and that God could be opening this door for you to take this and use this Arbonne as a vehicle to go where you want to go and to be that person that you want to be for your family, and to open up more financial opportunities and more time opportunities so that you can bless the people the way you really want to. And I was like, I think so too. Because with the addition of social media, which I've already been familiar with through my photography business, young girls right now are killing it in this business, because brand ambassadors, that's something that like just immediately connects in their mind. If you talk to like some older people and you're like, hey, something brand ambassador, or like, oh, what do you do? Oh, I'm a social marketing expert. Like, it's kind of a hard sell for them. But like 17 to 21-year-olds, they're like, yeah, brand ambassadors, like I totally know that. Pure Vita bracelets, like, oh look, I love my Apple Watch, or I love my Fitbit. Like, you guys are already doing this naturally. You're already sharing on social media products that you love. Like, why not get paid to do that? Like, get paid to suggest things and products that you already love. So that was like, oh, like I'm already doing that. Like, why not get paid to do it? It was kind of a no-brainer to me. And honestly, social marketing is the business of the future. Like, people are moving away from brick and mortar stores and moving to click and order, because like cost of living is so ridiculous, especially here in SoCal. Like, trying to get, a nice cute building by the beach, like that's going to be crazy money. So, and people aren't going to stores as much. They're shopping on their phones. So this is huge. And people are like, oh no, like that's just a pyramid scheme. First of all, pyramid schemes are illegal. That hasn't been around since like the 90s. Most corporations are actually built triangular, if you think about it. The CEO is at the top, and then he maybe has a cabinet, and then it's the workforce. But how many times do the people in the workforce, are they able to work their way up to be on the same level as the CEO? Never. But with Arbonne, it's more rectangular. You're building your company like outwards, because the whole point is to link arms with other women and empower other women and teach them to do what you do and to raise up together. It's like you're in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself. And that's huge, because for me, I love being able to like root with my girls and being supported by other women. Like, that's really what fuels me and pushes me to be a better me. And I want to be able to link arms with other women and help all of us race together and make our dreams come true together. So with doing it this way, the direct sales way, instead of going from the manufacturer to the wholesaler to the warehouse to the retailer to the customer, it just goes straight from the manufacturer to the customer via an online order, which leaves more room in the middle to support the consultant, which is us. So that's how we were able to make our money. So anyways, after learning all this, I was like, yes, girl, I'm in. Let's do this together. And she was like, oh my God. So I was like, okay, now how do I make money? Like, how do I do this? So there's actually 4 levels of management in the Arbonne company. There's district manager, which makes anywhere from $200 to $1,000 a month. There's area manager, which makes anywhere from $1,000 to $4,000 a month. And at this level of the company, your business becomes willable, which means that if anything were to ever happen to you, like say I got in a car accident today, the paycheck that I would be making would continue to go to my family for the rest of their lives. Does anybody else's company they work for do that? I don't think so. The third level of the company is called regional vice president, and that makes anywhere from $4,000 to $10,000 a month. And at this level of the company, you get an $800 Mercedes-Benz bonus, which means that in addition to your paycheck, they're going to give you an extra $800 to go towards a white Mercedes. And the reason they pick white is because it represents like pure and clean, which is Arbonne. And it's also Mercedes, because the Mercedes was voted the safest car on the road. So they really want to make sure that their consultants are being taken care of. And it's not really just about being like bougie and driving around your Mercedes. It's more just about representing how far you've come and the goals that you were able to achieve and the women that you were able to bring with you. So I think it's really cool that they're rewarding you for doing your job. And the fourth level of the company is executive regional vice president, and or national vice president, sorry. And they make an average of $20,000 a month, you guys. And this isn't like yesterday's news. It's like this is happening now. Like, I've met multiple women that are at this level, that are continuing to be at this level. There's only 1% or 1 to 2% brand awareness, and this is a global company, which means there's room for you at the top. There's still time to say yes. So a lot of people are common concerns are like, oh, that sounds really great for you, Marissa, but I don't have enough time to do that. Okay, well, I have a 4-year-old, an almost 4-month-old. I run a photography business. I clean my house. I cook about 5 meals on average a week at home. If I can do it, you can do it. There's girls that are full-time students doing this. There are military people that are doing this. Men and women are doing this. Not just wives, not just housewives that have nothing else better to do. There's people globally, all over the world that are doing this. And if it's a priority, then you're going to make it work. And I'm not saying you have to quit your job. I'm just saying that you can. So, my goal is to be able to retire myself from photography. My girlfriend, Christy, she's retiring her husband. He doesn't have to work anymore because she makes so much money now that he can stay home with the girls, and they literally just like travel the world together. Another girl, she just made RVP in 5 months, you guys. She went from not even doing Arbonne to driving her Mercedes in 5 months. She's retiring her husband, and with her Mercedes money, instead of buying like a G-Wagon, she bought a Sprinter van, and she's going to foster kids because that was her dream. So I just wonder, like, what is your dream that you've put on the shelf that you haven't even thought about or forgot about because you're just doing your life and you're like, well, there's no way that that's an opportunity for me anymore. With Arbonne, it is. The sky is the limit, you guys. You can take those dreams off the shelf, dust them off, and make your dreams work for you. And the cool thing about this is, with Arbonne, when you're bringing in these women with you, it's not just you doing it, it's all of you guys doing it. So you're able to leverage your time. So instead of you having to work 40 hours, you partner with 3 other women and you guys all do 10 hours and you're still only doing collectively 40 hours. And that's huge. And that's how I'm able to make it work in the nooks and crannies of my life, being a photographer and a mom. Another common concern is like, I don't have the money. Well, that's all the more reason that you need Arbonne to have the extra money to be able to do things with your life that you never thought you'd be able to do. Other people say like, oh, I'm not a salesperson. Girl, neither am I. I don't want to be salesy. I literally used to like not go to the mall because I had a problem saying no. So I would walk down the middle of the mall and there would be like the kiosk people like, oh, hey, like, do you have T-Mobile? Shit, I do now. Or, oh, would you like some hair extensions? Absolutely. I literally couldn't say no. It was a horrible problem that I had for myself. I don't want to be that person that is salesy, and I'm not trying to manipulate anyone into buying something they don't want. I'm just trying to lead people to something they're already looking for. And honestly, you guys, like, you don't know like how people are looking okay on the outside, but they might be hurting on the inside. They might be struggling to sleep. They might be struggling with weight loss, then even though you think they're thin. They might be having skin issues, and using the nutrition and the skincare, it's going to detox your body from the inside out. It's alkaline building. It's going to help you fight and prevent diseases. And weight loss is just a side effect of that. So yes, your primary goal should be inside and outside wellness, improving your gut health, improving your pH balance, regulating your blood sugar, boosting your metabolism. But weight loss, better sleep, clear skin are all side effects of an overall healthy and happy body. So I would say, instead of asking yourself, well, what if this doesn't work? Ask yourself, well, what if it does? Because I know I have dreams that I want to do. I want to show my girls that anything is possible. I don't want to have to rely on my husband to make those dreams possible for me. I have God on my side. I have a huge team of supportive women around me that have been there and have seen success. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to the top. I'm going to see success. I'm going to be an example to my girls. And I want you to come with me. So reach out to me if you're ready to make some extra income, if you're ready to make your dreams come true. I'd love to see you at the top with me. There's room for you at the top.